This is happening everywhere and no one is talking about it. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the bald eagle. Tonight we are drinking 8 o'clock coffee. Nice smooth coffee to help get us through this rant. If you have to hit pause to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do this now. It's not going to be a very long discussion, but it's something we need to talk about. Take a sip of our coffee here. That is good. That is good coffee. I'm starting to get used to it. I know a lot of our viewers on the channel drink 8 o'clock coffee. It is pretty good. So, this is kind of interesting because one thing, we've been noticing this more and more in the grocery stores and other stores as well. I think this is pretty much everywhere. There's a lot of products, a lot of shortages of things that just aren't coming in. How can we tell? How do we know that this is happening? How can you see it without seeing it? Guys, we are seeing things in the grocery stores that have never happened before. And today, me and Jessica were at Walmart, and I gotta say, it was very noticeable. Very noticeable. What is the one thing that we noticed during the holidays? Massive amounts of different holiday products come in. We see sales. We see a lot more products than we normally do. Guys, this year, it is an insane amount of products like the Libby's 100% Pure Pumpkin. I am seeing pallets and pallets and pallets of this stuff. I mean, it is crazy. Let me know down in the comments, what products are you seeing that you normally see a lot of, but what is there massive amounts of? I mean, this is crazy. So today, me and Jessica went to Walmart, and I started noticing things like the pasta aisle. There is so much pasta sauce, it's ridiculous. They're never going to sell all that. I don't know what they're... I mean, it looked kind of silly almost. I mean, an entire aisle of pasta sauce, and then, here's the pasta, right? Very little great value pasta. They had a little bit of Barilla and a couple other little things, and that was it. Not like we are used to seeing at Walmart. And the thing is to where it's not as bad. We see this at Kroger also. We saw where Kroger has condensed their pasta aisle. They're not getting in as much pasta as they used to. Now, last year we had some major shortages of pasta where store brands were disappearing and not coming back in. Really, Walmart was the only one that we could find at one point last year. The reason why I bring up the holiday items is because we're seeing a tons that they are never going to sell. And it brings the question, are you going to, so is this stuff going to stay here throughout the holidays? Then what are you going to do with it? I'm not kidding. Like the normal holiday things that you normally see stores have, like the Libby's pumpkin, at Kroger, pallets and pallets and pallets in spots where you just never see them before, right? We're seeing multiple holiday stands in different areas, by the dairy, by the bread, in the regular aisles, in the middle aisles. Like, there is just so much. And I started to think about this because we went to Dollar Tree the other day and we saw so many products missing, but the aisles were pretty good, right? We saw that Tavive, right, that Dollar Tree sells. Excuse me. We saw a huge section of it that normally we don't even see that much. And then there's another section of Tavive tea, which is unheard of. Like, why did you order so much of this? Now, this is what I'm kind of talking about here. Of, this is what's going on. I don't think they're getting in a lot of their older products. Now, one could say, well, they're not selling them, so they're not ordering them. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. We also saw sections at Dollar Tree where there was like an entire Campbell's soup section. Which, yeah, they carry a lot of Campbell's soup, but this was overly huge. Just took up a lot of space. And right behind us, in the store, another section of Campbell's soup that has never been there before. This begs the question, are you not getting your old products? And we saw with the toilet paper that the toilet paper was out, the bleach was out, and you start thinking, are you doing like an overhaul? Okay, so today, like I said, me and Jessica were at Walmart. We saw tons of the same products in different aisles, and it got me thinking, we're seeing this same thing happen at Kroger, at Meijer, Family Dollar that I went to the other day, I found Hormel chili in so many different aisles. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you not getting in? Are there shortages of, we know that there's food shortages everywhere and that they're coming, right? We know this is coming. We know that some ingredients, things with beef shortages, stuff like that. But now we're starting to see it, I believe, in different canned goods. We're finding or not finding things that used to be here, not here. So they're loading it down with other products. A lot of it's store brand. We're seeing a lot of great value prices go up. And I started thinking about that. And I'm like, are you not getting as much of this product? Is that why this is going up? We just saw where flour today went up at Walmart again. Flour went up again, just after sugar went up again. And we're seeing some price increases on rice as well. That Thai Hamali rice, the 20-pound bags that Walmart has been scattering out all over the store in the grocery area, the big yellow bags of rice. When they first started coming in a couple months ago, when we had this ironically, when the import ban or export ban in India happened, that's when this rice started flooding into Walmart. It was $15.97. Today, $20.27. That's almost a $4 price increase. That is a $4 price increase. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, guys. That's why we always talk about being prepared on the channel. Make sure that you are stocking up on things. Prices are going up. And more importantly, we're seeing products disappear. We have to. I've been sitting here thinking, trying to think of what is going on, what products are leaving Walmart. So if you know any products at Walmart or any stores aren't selling anymore due to any reason at all, let us know down in the comments, because things have to be disappearing. And what I think it is that a lot of these stores are making sure that they carry the regulars. Guys, that pasta sauce at Walmart today really opened my eyes to all this. You guys will be happy to know Jessica is in tomorrow's video. And I didn't want to make this video so doom and gloomy, but it is something that we do have to pay attention to. Because all of these shortages that we have been talking about over the last couple months are kind of culminating into what we are seeing and how we are seeing them at the store. And it's not just food. Look at toilet paper. Now, a really good example of this is we've seen shortages of toilet paper. Right, we've seen some come back in. We saw Quilted Northern come back in Kroger, not a lot. But Kroger is also, and this is a couple different Krogers that I've been to, they're adding more stuff in the middle of the aisle that's never been there where the toilet paper is. Now, even if you don't have Kroger, make sure you let us know down in the comments some of your main grocery stores. Are you noticing things like this? Are you noticing them putting candy in the toilet paper aisle that's never been there, or not candy, anything? Are they filling up those middle aisles, usually where they have the best deals? They'll still have a couple of those, but then it'll just be filled with other things. I think this is important that we talk about these things and make sure that we know what products are coming in and what aren't, even if we don't know what those products are. Because I'm really struggling with some of the products because they haven't expanded Kroger at all yet, we are seeing the same kind of thing happen at Kroger. I started thinking about this, like, they're not selling a lot of these products. And all of the holiday products that are coming in, they're getting flooded with them. Flooded. And then I started thinking, like, all of these different Kroger stores and Walmart and all this stuff, they wouldn't over-order these unless there were shortages of other things and you had plenty of room to add it. I think it's worse than what we think, guys. I think a lot of we're seeing Walmart raise its prices like Kroger did last year, right before the holidays. I think it's that bad. We're seeing things at Walmart like and I know a lot of Walmarts have done refurbishments and stuff like this, but this is beyond refurbishment. This is packing in as much as you can. This is the deep breath before the plunge. Now, I don't want to give away our whole entire video that me and Jessica have coming out tomorrow morning, but I will say you guys were all right about the turkeys. They're gone. I mean, they have some honeysuckle and some other brand that they probably ordered because maybe that was all they could get. I don't know, but they're out of Butterball, out of Genio, which are the ones that everybody always asks about. They did have a decent amount of honeysuckle, still 98 cents a pound. But this other brand, I can't even think of the name of it. It's in the video tomorrow morning. It'll come out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time if you want to check that out. But guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. If you're walking through your grocery store and you're like, wow, that's an insane amount of pasta sauce, or there's, let us know these things. And more importantly, let us know what used to be there. And that whether they've moved it to another part of the store or whether they can't get it in, these are things that we do need to know. People were talking about this a little bit a couple years ago, but not to the extent of what we're seeing that happen now. Dollar Tree and Walmart kind of opened my eyes to all of this going on. I'm not used to, we see this happen at Walmart though. We saw like tons of ice cream brands go away. Our homemade brand here in Cincinnati, the United Dairy Farmers homemade brand ice cream is practically gone at Walmart. It is two little things, and it's their number one sellers. It's mostly full with popsicles and stuff like that. Some of the stuff, it's amazing. They have just aisles and aisles and aisles of this stuff. Or like cases, the refrigerated cases. Guys, I don't know. The more and more we open our eyes to these things, the more and more we will see what is really going on, and we need to pay attention to this. And, I did notice out of the corner of my eye, it looked like a lot of chicken, fresh chicken was missing at Walmart too, but it is the weekend. I didn't really take too much of that until I started reading a couple of your comments that you were having trouble finding chicken at Walmart. I don't know, guys. Make sure you're buying up the sales as you see them. These are crazy times. We need to make sure that we're paying attention to these little things because we don't want to have to rely on eating nothing but pasta sauce for dinner. I got to say that and some other things we saw. Walmart is flooding the store with other things as well. I have never seen so much Crisco in my life. Like, this is ridiculously out of control. I feel like Crisco just dropped like 40 trucks of Crisco oil. It's all over Kroger. All over Kroger. All over Walmart. Plenty of great value brand, but that's not the one they're flooding in the stores. They're flooding in Crisco. What does that tell you? I guess people aren't buying the great value brand, or Crisco is just a trusted brand that people just, love Crisco. I have family members. They don't care how much it costs, I guess. They'll buy Crisco. That tells you something. Now, we've seen Kroger where they've been selling it for $4.50 for the vegetable oil. Well, sure. You've got 10 pallets of it in the middle of the floor. You have it over here in the bread. You got it over here next to all the meat and so many different Thanksgiving aisles of things. What are you going to do with that all after the first of the year? What are you going to do with the trillion cans of Libby's Pure Pumpkin? You're never going to be able to sell all that. You're going to give it away? No. You're going to ship it off somewhere, maybe to a warehouse for next year. I don't know. But, it's flooding the stores, and you're not really offering a great price on it. Even $2. It's like you have millions of cans of these. Why aren't you just trying to get rid of them? Because you want the look of what it is. You don't want people to think that, no, we have to get this money for this. I'm not saying that these stores are hurting, far from it. But they are having trouble filling up the aisles with different items, obviously. We've seen, I was kind of surprised with Kroger, even after their 50 cent a can sale with the canned beans, vegetables, and the tomatoes that they had for 50 cents a can last week. I'm surprised, like, it looks the same. And, I never saw, like, a ton or tons of these. Like, maybe they just had them on pallets and they got good employees and they were just filling them up as they came in. But, I don't know. I'm at these stores a lot, and I'll tell you what, it didn't seem like they had a huge amount of these. But at the same time, are people buying Kroger brand? I don't know. Kroger vegetables are okay. They're not spectacular. I'm not going out of my way to get them. For 50 cents a can, though, I am. Guys, I don't know. I don't think as many people bought up those deals as we might think. As to where we talk about, and most of us on here are all about saving money in the grocery stores and stocking up on things to, save a little, put a little money back, put a little food back. I don't think that's the way the rest of the world thinks. I mean, otherwise it would be completely wiped out. They wouldn't be able to fill them. Kroger knows this. Walmart knows these things. And I'll tell you one thing, Walmart, they need to lower some more of their prices. I don't really get shocked anymore, but I was a little shocked on how some of these prices are going up at Walmart right before the holiday. I mean, if you're going to raise these prices like this, why not after the first of the year? You can afford to do it, and people are buying these, it's like your flour, all this other stuff. I don't know. Many things play into that. So I don't know. But guys, we have to pay attention to all these things. There are definitely shortages that are causing these things to happen that they just aren't talking about. They're not telling people. But they're showing you by filling up their entire aisles with pasta sauce that they think they're going to sell I don't know. I think that is flat out ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. And you look desperate. Or is that the look they're going for? I don't know, guys. Everything is a mystery these days. But you know what? It's not like we're out of food or anything. There are plenty of options all the time, and I guess we can count our blessings for that. We need to make sure, though, that we're paying attention to some of these things going on. A lot of the things we've been talking about, different meat shortages and things like this, we're getting close toward the end of the year when we were reading about all this stuff happening with the price increases, shortages, things like this. Guys, I think cheese is next. I think cheese is going to be going up in price. So you find deals on it. I would buy up some cheese if you can. I do think that's next. It's been a while since cheese has gone up in price with all of the different dairy. We saw milk is going up in price. Butter's going up in price. Eggs are going up in price again. Now, these things did not drive the price of cheese up the last time, but I kind of feel like it is this time. And I don't know. I have a feeling, but, take that for what you will. I just, looking at everything and seeing the things that haven't gone up in a long time, that kind of answers that question for myself. And I do believe we're going to be seeing more things go up at Walmart, but we will keep you aware and alert of everything going on. Anything else that we see, we will make sure that we put into these coffee rants. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.